Hi everyone and welcome back to Rachel's Enchanting Cakes. Now for this week's tutorial we are going to be making these spring/Easter themed cupcakes. Excellent if you are a beginner to piping. For this first cupcake here I have used just two basic piping tips. It is filled with delicious mini eggs and then finished off with sprinkles. Excellent for any beginner baker. Moving on to this adorable cute Easter bunny. How cute is he? Right, so all we have done here, we have used marshmallows for the ears. You do not need the flour in between the ears, so if you chose not to have the flour, again, you can achieve this using just two simple piping nozzles. But how cute does he look? And he's all edible. And finally, this one was also created a few weeks back as a YouTube short. However, I understand some people prefer them in long form. So I'm going to show you how to pipe these beautiful spring-like daffodils. As always, everything you need to know in a simple step-by-step format and straight to the point. Let's make a start, everyone, and I really do hope I help you again today. So, using a small amount of white American buttercream, recipe in the description below the video, and leaf green by Wilton. You want to take a cocktail stick and simply add a small amount. This is for the cupcakes where we are piping edible grass. I'm going to be showing you how easy that is to achieve. I then just keep adding a little bit more food colouring until I get the desired colour. But this is what Wilton leaf green does look like and what you are wanting to achieve. Tip: before you pipe the actual grass, if you apply some of the buttercream first using a knife directly to the top of the cupcake, if you accidentally miss any areas, it doesn't matter because everything will blend in. So for two of the cupcakes, the ones with the daffodils and the one with the basket filled with eggs, I simply cover the top of each cupcake with a thin layer of buttercream. This will also protect your cupcakes from the air and from drying out if you choose to refrigerate them. Using the gem nozzle 233, a disposable piping bag, and if you have one to hand, a coupler. This will just help if you want to change tips, but it is not necessary. Simply cut the end off your piping bag, place the coupler directly inside, add the piping nozzle to the end, and you will notice how easily it screws into place. This just then means if you're wanting to use green with a different piping tip, all you need to do is unscrew the gem nozzle, place on your new piping tip, and you can screw that back on instead of using another piping bag. I have then placed the piping bag inside a glass and just wrapped it around the rim of the edges. Take your time filling this up to prevent any air bubbles and do not overfill it. It wants to look a little bit like this. It wants to be about half full, and we're now ready to start piping the grass. So we gently squeeze, and as we pull away, you don't want to be putting any pressure on the bag, and it will leave you with this lovely grass-like effect. This is by far one of my most used piping nozzles. It doesn't just create very simple but effective and tasty grass, but any animal cakes you are doing, it's fantastic to use on the fur. Simply cover two of the cupcakes if you are choosing to do both the daffodils and the ones with the eggs in the basket. Using caramel chocolate, I have coloured some buttercream just like we did previously in this tutorial. I am then using a Wilton tip number 21, and I've repeated that process with the coupler and only half filled my bag. Taking a simple round circle cutter, place this in the centre of your cupcake just to leave a rim so you know where to pipe. You then want to gently squeeze. Now you're going to see some of this on camera, but unfortunately my hand does get in the way slightly, but it gives a lovely basket-like effect. Simply go around that circle, but then you want to go over that and keep on adding layers. Don't stop. You want it nice and deep in order to fit the eggs inside. Using a combination of both mini eggs and sprinkles, I simply added some to the centre of the basket. Tip: if you chill the cupcake first, it will make the basket an awful lot more stable, just so that you can add more in there. I would recommend keeping this particular one chilled if it's a hot day. Once you've added the mini eggs, I then simply went round the edges and added some sprinkles. It really is as easy as that. Easter Bunny, using tip number 18 by Wilton. Use the white buttercream. Again, there is a link to that recipe in the description below this tutorial. And all I've done here first is covered the cupcake with white. This is, again, it's just to prevent you seeing any of the cupcake underneath, and it will protect the cupcake as well. Going around all of this cupcake, it's another way to create a fur-like effect, but obviously not using the grass nozzle. Simply cover the whole cupcake like this. You just gently want to squeeze the piping bag and pull away. Using piping nozzle 2A, and make sure this time that your cupcake is chilled. This is to prevent damage. Simply pipe 2 blobs towards the bottom of the cupcake. This is going to be where the bunny's mouth and nose actually go. Smooth this out with a palette knife until you are happy with the overall finish, and then I just use a pink sprinkle for the nose. You could use modelling chocolate or even fondant. For the rabbit's ears, you want some large white marshmallows. And I'm choosing to use some pink sprinkles, but you could also use some edible glitter or coloured sugar. Start by adding some of the sprinkles, you don't need many, to a bowl. And then you simply want to take one of the large marshmallows, place it on its side and cut in half. Now the centre of this marshmallow will be really sticky, and this is what will enable either your edible glitter, your sprinkles or your coloured sugar to stick directly to the inside of the ear, and they really are as simple and as easy to make as that. All you want to do now is apply these directly to your cupcake. It can be best to have this cupcake out of the fridge now whilst applying these, simply because the buttercream will be soft and sticky. Now for the eyes, you could pipe them on, but I'm choosing just to use a very small amount of fondant. Start with a tiny ball shape. You then want to roll it into a sausage, and then at either end you simply want to make this thinner so it acts more like an eyelash. We're now going to place these directly onto the cupcake. For this, I'm using a very small palette knife. I simply bend them into shape, but be very careful not to damage the buttercream. So for the rows that you find in between the ears, I'm using one of these patterned piping nozzles that were very popular a few years ago. Remember, you don't need to add a rose, you could always add a bow if you've got a mould. I simply filled the piping bag with some pink buttercream and then gently squeezed and pulled away. If you choose to add a few leaves, you want a small leaf piping nozzle, but this part is not essential. He already looks super cute. It got those gorgeous ears. You don't really need to add this if you do not own these nozzles, but that's the finished result. Super quick, super easy. The daffodils. We want to start with a Wilton 352 piping nozzle. This is the large leaf nozzle. Taking one of the cupcakes covered with edible grass, gently squeeze, but as you pull away, you want to stop squeezing the piping bag. The piping bag, again, is only half full so that we have full control. And just to re-emphasise, this white American buttercream frosting is very easy to make and achieve, and you will find a link to the full recipe and method in the description below this video. A little tip for this particular cupcake If you're not too comfortable, keep on refrigerating in between adding each of the actual flowers. This will just help prevent any damage. I simply repeated this process around the outer edges and in the centre. I then use a yellow food colouring gel by Sweet Stamp, and it gives it this lovely like deep yellow orangey kind of feel. Using the Wilton number 81 piping tip, it's a U shape, and I use this for the chrysanthemums. It's another popular piping nozzle to use. You then want to pipe on the inside of each of the daffodils, and it leaves behind this lovely effect. Now this was a little bit difficult to get on camera, but you get the idea. What I would recommend you do with your cupcake before you start piping with this particular nozzle is to refrigerate it. It will just help protect all of those flowers that you have already piped. But you simply want to repeat that for each of the daffodils around the centre. This now needs to be chilled only for a few minutes, but just to prevent any damage. You're now going to need the Wilton number 2 piping tip, or you can simply cut the end off a piping bag. Now here you can see me pipe inside the centres much closer up. This is why I've recommended refrigerating it first, because all those petals that we've just piped in yellow just around the outside are more protected from damage because that buttercream is lovely and firm. Simply fill each of the centres, and it really is as simple and as easy as that. And there we have it. 3 stunning but simple cupcakes, especially the first one. And to be honest, I think the Easter Bunny is just as simple. The one with the daffodils, it's very easy to achieve, but you may need to build up your confidence for that one first. I would also recommend making these in batches. So if you're going to do some Easter bunnies, make all the white buttercream that you need just for 12 cupcakes of Easter bunnies and do them all at the same time. That way you will get them done an awful lot faster. I really do hope I've helped you all again today. Thank you all for your amazing support, and I will be back soon with an awful lot more new, completely free content.